know, Steve Harvey's actually been very controversial actually since the election, since after election actually, that since he had that meeting with Trump, which I personally did not have a problem with that. I was like, you know what, I do not like Trump, but, you know, I trust Steve Harvey's judgment at the time. I was like, because he's done so much for the black community, he's done so much for people in general, I think he's a genuine good guy. So I was like, don't be quick to call this man a coon. You know, just see what he's trying to do. He's trying to have conversation that people won't have every day, kind of like what we do here. But then later on, he came on. He did something. There was a leaked picture of him, a leaked picture of his rules where it said something about don't approach me at work with his people. That's where I was just like, Steve, that's not cool. You know, he's kind of sounding not humble at all. So I was like, at that moment, I was like, I'm defending you on this because a lot of people in the black community are calling you a coon and Uncle Tom and all this stuff. But dude, if you're not being humble and stuff like that, I can't defend you. I kind of put that to the side. I was like, you know what? Let's see what Steve's going to do, because I have faith in him still, because I know he's done so many for kids and people in general. Mm-hmm. Today, actually, on his radio show, he was talking to a resident of Flint, Michigan, and they were talking about the playoffs and stuff like that, the championship. And Steve was actually going for Cleveland, and this guy was going for the Golden State team. And they were having a fun debate, or like it wasn't heated. They were just going back at each other.
Moving on, we really are. We're moving on right now. Let's go to Benita.
Hey, hold on. Just one more thing. What was his name?
His name was D, and he was out of Michigan.
No.
Oh, he's still on there. D. Oh, he's still there.
Okay, D. Okay, Flint Town. I'm just talking to you.
He's here for it, Steve.
No, I'm here. I'm glad you're here for it.
All right, I appreciate that.
Hey, one more thing, though.
Go ahead.
Enjoy your nice brown glass of water.
Oh, God! Tell you, man. D, on behalf of the Steve Harvey Morning Show and Steve Harvey in particular, we apologize.
And you can tell Steve might have genuinely been upset that why are we still talking about this? My team lost. I might have lost money. And his quote to the caller was like, you know what? Enjoy your brown glass of water. So if you don't know what's going on in Flint, Michigan, they're actually having a water crisis where people are very sick or even dying, that they can't drink clean water or bathe in clean water. It's really brown, and people are actually being sentenced to
It was involuntary manslaughter.
Involuntary manslaughter.
Government officials.
5 government officials been involuntary manslaughter. They've been sentenced and stuff like that. So that's actually a serious issue. And I don't know if that was a good joke like that. Like we were just talking about with Dragon Ball Super. I'm all about uncensoring shit. Say what's on your mind. But at the same time, dude, I don't think that was a good joke to say. That wasn't funny.
You told that man go and die.
Just pretty much.
You just told him go down.
Yeah.
Just go kill yourself. It's basically what you literally just told him go kill yourself.
Mm-hmm. And that was very insensitive to the people that are actually struggling right now.
Right.
I actually saw a picture of this lady in the town hall with a baby bottle, and it had dirty water. Mm-hmm. And as a father, that really hit me real quick. I was like, you know what? I was blessed to have clean water when Isaiah was a child. I couldn't imagine me in that position. What are your thoughts on this?
Oh, how does that need to be said? What does that do? Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's just reiterating what he said. Told him to go die. There are a lot of people losing their lives over that. And once again, an individual like Steve Harvey having the power that he does, and getting the FaceTime, airtime that he does to say something like that, I feel now really speaks on his character and who he really was the whole time. Like when you were trying to take up for him, I was on the same bandwagon too. I'm like, he never said anything positive about Trump. He's just trying to bridge that gap. But now I feel like it's a deeper reflection on the person that he is that we didn't know about.
Yeah.
Makes me feel kind of dumb,
It was because I wanted to stick up for the guy too. It was just like I don't want to cast judgment on the guy for going to go see President. Maybe he went with a genuine heart. To actually, like he said, you got to work with some people, even though you don't like them. They might have something truly that you need. And I felt like, okay, well, I'm trying to get him benefit of the doubt. Trump being president, he got power. He can do this. He can move some pieces around on the board. And you might not like the guy, but he can get some things done. Rather you like the way his help is. Mm-hmm. And I want to give Steve the benefit of the doubt on that. But then when this morning, you know, that incident happened right there, it's like, I mean, I don't want nobody to quote me on the numbers or nothing, but for so far when the story first hit the fan, all I know is it was like 2 or 3 babies had already died from the lead poison in this water. And then, you know, like I was saying earlier, what really hits me is that you make a joke like that when it's a shame when you can't even boil water clean. You know, I just boiled water 2 days ago, you know, because I didn't feel like going to go and buy bottles of water from the store. But I went inside and made some faucet water and boiled it for about 15, 20 minutes on high. Just to kind of sterilize us a little bit more.
And we took advantage of that privilege.
We took advantage of that privilege. And you mean to tell me that these people, which boiling water is how you clean water. I mean, that's how the water company, that's how they clean water. They drop a little stuff, extra added to it. But you mean to tell me that your water is so filthy that you can't even boil it clean?
Absolutely.
And to be somebody like Steve with a conscious mind of even understanding that, you crack a joke like that on somebody, and not only do you crack a joke like that, but you tell the guy eventually go kill yourself.
Right. Insensitive to the people of Flint and him directly. Just screw you, kill yourself, drink that water that you guys are already dying from anyway.
And what really hit me was this. Steve said that after one of his talk hosts tried to end the conversation, he said it after she tried to end the conversation.
She tried to bridge it because she already knew it was going somewhere when he was, the person's from Flint, and you're like, you know what? Let's be sensitive. They're going through some rough times. Let's go somewhere else. And even after he said the statement, she seemed like, okay, he's not speaking for us. We're not saying all that. Okay, we apologize. If he's not going to apologize, we apologize. And that was very mature of her. Right?
That was.
So.
Yeah, that right there. I can't. I'm not really rolling with the guy like that.
Yeah, that was my last straw right there.
That was my last straw. I mean, you come out and make all the apologies you want, cool, fine, do what you got to do for the cameras, but as far as me, I'm not fine with the guy.
We were just talking about, like, in the beginning of this podcast, how, like, we're quick to, call somebody something or not give him our money and stuff like that, but with Steve, this was strike 3 with me. That was strike 3. I'm not... If this was the first thing, I'd been like, all right, apologize. Let me educate you on why that was wrong if you've not noticed what's going on in Flint. But, nah. What are your thoughts? Do you agree or disagree?
I agree. I mean, that's it. I mean, there's only so many times you can give an individual where they keep making the same mistake, and then what's it called? Trying to do you keep doing the same thing, expecting a different outcome. Yeah, right.
And bringing it back to spirituality, I think, honestly, whether you believe in God or not, or energy or whatever, I think that was God showing us who he really was. No matter how many times I put in my head, this is a good dude, he's done so much good things for him. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes. He might be showing us that this is not a genuine good person.
There'll be one more thing, and then one more.
Absolutely.
Speaking on that right quick, it's funny you said about God showing us who Steve was. This, while I listened to this, I'm going to quit this pastor that I listened to on Facebook, I was listening to one of his messages, and he said, Yahweh is the only one who will fire somebody and let them keep working.
That's deep.
That's deep. And the real message behind that with Steve was that the main point was this: every individual God gives a gift to. Rather it's speaking, motivating people, rather it's
he's good at motivating people.
He's very good at motivating people.
Dude got like 5 shows.
5.
Yeah.
Insane game show, all that stuff.
I've never seen a black man with that many shows. He's a blessed person.
He is. And so the whole point of God's message was this: we have to understand when it's the Holy Spirit using somebody or when it's just somebody's gift. And to me, that really came out in Steve. That you talk a lot about God. You have your little 15, 30 minutes when your show comes on about who he is, and I don't want to just straight out cast judgment. That's not my job. It's just you just came off as one of those individuals, not with the Holy Spirit, but just somebody with a good gift, who uses your good gift. And now you use what good gift you had to just put down the guy for no reason other than you guys having a conversation about a basketball game.
Or a good gift for financial gain.
Financial gain.
That's my biggest thing.
True.
Like what you said earlier, he's not using his gift to cast that image out of energy, good vibes, or the Holy Spirit. This is just a direct reflection of who he is, I feel now. as an individual.
That's what I
There's
see
nothing else
now,
to be
you know.
said about that.
Absolutely.
Like, I didn't go out and cast judgment on you, man. You
did it to
basically
yourself.
showed you did it to
Yeah.
yourself.
Millions
Absolutely.
of followers, you know.
And I was a huge Steve Harvey fan.
You're a huge fan.
Everybody that was in the original Kings of Comedy, I loved them.
Love.
Bernie Mac was still my favorite. Don't get it twisted.
Milk and cookies.
Yeah. You know, but he was still my favorite. I would love to see how Bernie would have handled things nowadays because
man.
I think Cedric's not really that vocal, but DL is very vocal.
Oh, yeah.
I like how vocal he is, and Steve has been vocal in the years too. But you know, I would have loved to see Bernie's take.
Oh, yeah.
Like that punk ass president. I would have loved to see it, man. But you know, we'll never know. But every time I raise my my son, I'm like, what would Bernie Mac do? You know, when my son goes in line, because you know. But yeah, it's not ever gonna be what would Steve Harvey do because I don't feel as genuine anymore, man. I think he puts on a mask, and now his mask's off.
Mask off challenge. He just pulled it off.
Yeah.
Just pulled it off.
He put up the mask off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.